So let's see if this works. This is so nervy. This is so nervy. Let it work, let it work, let it work. Let it work, please let it work. Come on, laptop. Be nice. I know you're old and grumpy. Yes, it is. Come on. Hey. I have to adjust the camera. So, who's there? Who's the one watcher? Chat is not loading for me. What's up, mommy? Talking a lot. So, whoever is there, welcome back. Hi, Val. So, yeah. Pretty sure it will start any other updates soon, but I thought while I'm in here now and giving mommy her after the midnight snack, I just thought let's try to start the camera again. So yes, of course, because the Germans are sleeping, I think. I'm reading the chat from the laptop, so if I'm not responding, it's just because I can't see it. Because my mobile, I really have to get a new wire for my mobile to charge it. It charges only a tiny bit within a couple of hours, and it's definitely not the mobile, it's definitely the wire. So tomorrow I will go and get a new wire for that. So I can better chat with you guys. Yes. Yeah. And also, beside of laptop throwing a fit because of updates, I just needed a break off camera, and I thought, while I was not feeling well and the laptop was doing this update stuff, I could just take the opportunity to take my break from Why is your blanket that dirty again? I've cleaned it today. So you did a camera adjustment, by the way, mommy? My laptop is a bit slower than YouTube shows me. Let's see. Yes, it's okay. I only did a little way in for the little guy. Hi, little guy. Hello. Hi, little Theo. Hello, little Theo. So yesterday Theo had 318 grams, and now he had 332 grams. So little one keeps gaining like crazy. Closing the playpen now. Because when mommy is out and about, I can't keep a window open. Because she's trying to climb out of the window. So at night, it's time for some fresh air to get in here again. And yes, I know. You had the whole day outside. She has been out the whole day. I've got up this morning after a pretty bad night. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I've left her out. She really loves the window view and looking to the garden and watch the birds play. So and the good thing is, because I'm always worried when I have someone roaming, for example in the bathroom, that they escape when I'm entering the room or leaving the room. But it seems, I mean, it's a sad thing to say, but it helps me that she seems to be scared of towels. I'm not kidding. When I'm holding a towel in my hand and just letting it move a bit around, like waving it, I don't have to do much. She's running away then and seems to be a bit scared, but that helps me to enter and leave the room without her trying to escape into the house. I don't know why she reacts like this. I had never had a cat that reacted like this to a towel, but yeah. No, she wasn't trapped. She was so desperate to get help that Ushi, who is the caregiver who brought her to the vet, just picked her up and brought her into her car. She had no carrier, she had nothing. She just saw that Florence is in need and needs help and just picked her up, carried her into her car, and went off to the vet. And so she wasn't trapped, she wasn't held with a towel. So I'm wondering what happened there. That she's I figured that out by accident while I was hanging up some laundry, and she was around me and telling me her whole life story during that. And then I took a towel and just gave it a flap so that the crinkles get out, and she bolted through the room. And every time I pick up a towel, she's just like, oh no, I'm out of here. Yes, you do. Yep. I don't know what happened, sweetie. But at least it's a good way. I just take the towel into the hand and you are like, okay, I'm avoiding the door. And that's okay. Huh? Yeah. It's better than you getting out of the room and probably getting into a fight with my cats. Or spreading your fungus. Huh? Darling? Yeah, I know. So, so I have no idea why and what, and that's always the thing about fostering. You usually don't know the backstory, so you have to figure out all by yourself, and sometimes you can just guess. For example, we had Binky, 2 years ago we got Binky in foster care, and he and his buddy or brother, we don't know, we've known that they are somehow used to humans. Sadly, only Binky was trapped at the beginning, and Binky was very friendly when you just sat down and gave him some treats. Then he allowed you to give him scritches, and he was quite snuggly after a very short while. But what he never lost was if you was walking towards him, he started hissing and became very protective. And so he was always wondering what happened to him. And then hubby felt a lump on the side of him, and so we went off to the vet. And the vet first thought that it's a lipoma, but of course we took an example to send it to a laboratory to make sure that it's not cancerous. And the result was not, could be, could not, no cancer cells, but also no cells that looked like lipoma. And because the spot where it was, we couldn't risk that it keeps growing, because there wouldn't have been enough skin to stitch him together after surgery if it would become bigger. So we decided to put him into surgery and getting that thing out, and after taking it out we would know what it is. And so my vet called me after the surgery and was really surprised, because she then also took x-rays when she went through the surgery to look if there is more, because he had not a lipoma, he also had no cancer. What he has was a hernia. So hernia is usually, for example, at the belly button. Some babies just don't develop a good belly button, and then the skin or the muscle of the tummy is open there, and sometimes can lead to your guts spilling out and can become dangerous. Depends on the size of the hernia, and it's easy to fix. And but he had this hernia at a very weird place, and she said that how it looked like when she opened him, that it was in fact no hernia that he had from birth. And so she took x-rays to see if he probably had a car accident, which would have been possible, and that his muscles ripped, and that he had then a hernia. But there was no fractures and nothing to see on the x-rays. So when I was at the vet office and was talking about that, and she showed me the x-rays, I was like, wait a minute. Binky is scared if you walk towards him. He starts hissing then, and especially when he feels kind of trapped because he's in a corner or something, then he also became very protective and aggressive. So I asked the vet then, could it be that someone kicked him? Hey! Are you crazy? Yes, you are, I know. She's yowling like that the whole day. Just say, yes, you do. Huh? Yeah. I need something to plug into my ear so I can sleep. And even if she's not in the playpen, she's yowling like that. So the vet and I thought about that, and we came to the conclusion that it was very... Hey, that the possibility was very high that a human kicked Binky so hard that his abdomen muscles ripped open so that he got this hernia. And the vet said that she was happy that she could fix it the way that she did. Because she said the hernia had a size that it was only a question of time that his inner organs would start to push through the hernia, and at the spot where it was his liver. So we're more than happy that he got fixed and stitched up. And also the side effect of that, I was always wondering why he's not really jumping a lot, like on top of the cat tree, or that he was always very careful to get on the couch, for example, not really jumping. And after surgery, he was moving much better, and he jumped on the windowsill and off the windowsill. And so you could tell that, not sure if he was in pain, because you could touch the hernia and everything and examine him without. What are you doing? If I would make Theo squeak like that, you would rip my arms off. Yes. Huh? Should I remember what you did today when I cleaned the blanket? When I took him out with the blanket and cleaned it? You nearly jumped into my face. Hi, TR. So yeah, Binky was absolutely fine after that surgery. Of course, he was so happy that we could help him, and even more happy that it was no cancer. But yeah, those are the stories where you think sometimes you just have to figure out what's going on. So I really can't tell why she's reacting to towels like that, because I don't know her backstory, right? And you won't tell me, even though you tell me everything else, but you won't tell me that, huh? Hi TR, hi Vesna. Yes, Theo has his eyes open already since a while. There's a picture on Facebook where he started opening his peepers, and the next day they was already completely open. So he was quite quick with that. Right now, I don't know if this will happen. I will ask there, but I have no idea how they respond or how they deal with that. Because in the shelter here nearby, they have 7 kittens that was found without a mummy, and they are a few days younger than Theo, um, but pretty much the same age. And I wanted to offer them to take a few of those kittens so that they have a mommy to nurse on and to grow up, and for Theo that he grows up with other kittens. But I can't promise anything because there are new or kind of new owners in the shelter since I fostered for the shelter. I started with Tony and Ziva for them, and after this the ownership changed. After the old shelter went insolvent, there is now a much bigger rescue organization in there. So I have no idea how they deal with things like that. So I will call them tomorrow and offer them um, a few spots with Florence. I would not take all 7 kittens if they agree to that, because Florence is not used to have all nipples latched on. So it would be quite hard for her to start producing milk in all nipples, and during that time, I would be left with a lot of bottle feeding. So till the milk starts building up, and so taking a smaller amount if this shelter agrees to that, if they let me helping them, um, would be a better choice then. But for the shelter, it would mean less kittens to bottle feed and growing up with a mummy, um, which is always very important. So we'll see. I will try to reach them tomorrow, and I will talk to them. And if they don't want that, at least I tried, you know. So I can't promise if Theo will get some new siblings or not. I can't tell, but I will try. We'll see. And someone sent me a message today while I was meeting with a friend. Haven't read the message to the whole, not yet. So we'll respond to that also tomorrow. It seems that there is someone interested in adopting Ashira. But I have no idea if they have another kitten or another very young cat, because I don't think that Connie would adopt out a single kitten into a family that has no other kitten or very young cat. And also, Connie didn't message me before that someone would get my telephone number and contact me. So that was quite a surprise. That's now how I would handle that. Um, so I was always making sure that the fosters I worked with during the time with the Cologne rescue, that they've known someone will contact you, and that that the fosters already got all the informations that I figured out during a phone call with those people, um, so that I could tell already something about them, what to expect. So yeah, it seems that Connie is handling things a bit different. Yes, and she haven't asked me, so it wouldn't be a problem if she would message me and tell me, here, there is someone interested in adopting, and those people are so and so, and they live there and there, and however, and can I give them your number so you can talk to each other and meet up so that they can get to know the kittens. So yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to adopt out the ocean kittens, so that I don't have to handle people like Connie anymore. Right now, I need only one more person to start my own rescue. Only one more person who's willing to get here to sign uh, the stuff and to become a member of this rescue. And so I have 6 people who say, yes, we will do that. and I only need a 7th person now. Then I can start to put up an appointment where we all meet up and doing what has to be done for German law, to become a non-profit rescue, an official. So yeah, I only need one more person for that. I'm already thinking about 2 persons to ask, so I hope that those one of those girls or both will be willing to do that, so that we have the right number, because I need 7. There is no way around having 7 people, and to have one more in backhand wouldn't be bad. That's right. Yeah, I agree. So if we're able to do that, my own rescue will. Oh, gosh. What? Why? And then she's looking away, like she hadn't screamed at me like that. Yes. Gosh. 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 Meep. Meep. Crazy girl. Yeah. You had your snack. Yeah. You just nursed the Theo. Yes, you did. I know. I know. I know. Huh? Now you want scratches, right? Every time I was in here today, he was like yelling at me like crazy and then going to the window and looking outside and ignoring me while yelling at me. Huh? And now you're like, I'm in the playpen, not one scratches. No, I've hit my butt when I was standing up. Yeah, and that startled her too. Tell me her opinion about that. Huh? Yeah. You crazy mommy, you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are crazy. Uh-huh. Gosh. As soon as I move, she's like, yeah, la la la. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. 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 Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Grrr. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. So, so I will switch I will mute the camera, and cause the oceans still need their after midnight snack. I'm quite late today with everything, cause after I had my coffee with a friend and nice chit chat, I was exhausted. I'm really, something like this exhausts me, and so I went on the couch just to watch some NCIS, and I was pinned down by Sam, Maybe, and Husky. And yeah, you know, evil couch plus some kitties leads to sleep. Wow. Yeah, I can do that too. There's a look of surprise in your face. It's like, wait, human, you can make those noises too? Yes, I can. Hi, Joanne. So that's why I'm running late with everything today. So the oceans, they are quite hungry. I'm pretty sure about that. I was already with Oceania. I started yesterday with, yes, petting her with the feather toy. Uh-huh. Which she was not so happy about, but I'm pretty sure she would get used to it. I mean, it's the first part of accepting being touched. Sometimes just better when you start with something like a feather toy or something like that, or a stick, so that your hands are out of danger zone and the ferals get used to touches. And so she's not that happy about that yet. But before I did that, we had our usual treats session, and it's, you can really see from day to day it's easier for her to just come towards me to get her treats. The decision making process that she's always going through when I offer her treats, you know, putting some close to her first and then slowly luring her closer to me with the treats. She's not thinking that much about this anymore. She's more like, oh, I know there are treats coming, because you know, rituals are very important, as I did up when she was still in the room with her kittens, you know, asking her, do you want some treats? And she knows this sentence definitely, because you can see it in her face. She's like, yes, okay, give me. Because she knows already what comes. And at the beginning, she needed, I think, the very first time that I offered her treats. No, when she was just in there in the queendom, she didn't took any treat at all. You could see she was thinking about it, but she wasn't taking any while I was still in the room. A few days later, she was like, I really would like to take the treats. But she had to think about 10 minutes or so till she took the treat that was right in front of her, and I backed away so that I not that close to her. Um, and now it's like, okay, get the treats out. I want one or two treats in front of me so that I have just to move slightly. And as soon as we are at that point, which takes now only a few seconds, then she's willing to come closer to me and taking the treats out of my hands. And yesterday I lured her so close that she nearly touched my knee while she was licking this flute treat off my hand. I'm really, really glad that I had these treats and that she really loves them. Even more than Dreamies. We always start with Dreamies. So when she's a bit filled up, that she's still like, oh, now comes this fluid stuff that I love even more than the Dreamies. So that I don't fill her up with one treat and then have no chance with the other treat. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment with Miss O. She will definitely come along. I'm absolutely sure about that. She's reacting so positive the last few days. She only has to jump over her shadow for allowing me to scritch her, and I'm pretty sure that I will win right in that moment. But I don't want to rush her because she already got um, further or faster further than I thought that she would. So sometimes you have to set what you already accomplished so that they have a bit time to think about that, and then you can take the next step. Yes. Uh-huh. It's still your baby, that's right. Yeah, that's still the same one. I wonder if he becomes as chatty as you are. I really hope not. I really don't want to be yelled down when I enter the room by two cats. I'm his crazy mummy. So yeah, that's about them. And I think tomorrow I needed a few days to recover from a few things. So I think the technical problems with the ocean kittens are solved now. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have to reboot the computer and see if he's still trying to get on my nerves, and or if he's now happy and willing to work with me. If so, then the oceans will return tomorrow on YouTube again, so you can watch them now during the exciting time of their adoption process. So, and now I've talked a lot again, even though I already wanted to be out of the room, but doesn't matter. I thought I would just give you an update on everyone, and especially on Miss O, because I can't charge my mobile at the moment. I can't do any pictures or videos because, yeah, but tomorrow I get a new wire for my mobile. So if something, oh gosh, something happens in a positive way with Miss O, then I can hopefully get it on cam again. And now, yes, he's doing great. He gained altogether 32 grams since the camera went off. There was away for 2 days and he gained 32 gram, if my math is right, since then, so that's great. And he's already trying to practice some walking, kind of, or wobbling around. I love this time of their development when they don't have the control about the body and already starting to walk or to have the zoomies. I really love that. So anyway, I will mute the camera. We'll see us tomorrow, and just giving the oceans their food so I can throw myself into the bed. Even though after I had this long nap this afternoon, which I regret somehow, because I think that as soon as I'm in bed, I can't sleep. But yeah, can't change it anymore. But I will try to get into bed because right now I'm a bit tired. So means the oceans will have only a quick visit to feed them. I'm sorry for them, but we had some play session this morning, so they will survive that. So see you tomorrow, guys.